Now onto our hidden rivets. These are going to go on this side. They are going to be just like the standard rivets. The only difference is we're going to use this. This is called a heart burr, and we're going to use it to cut out, to remove a little bit of metal at an angle, and then that will allow enough metal to fold over the surface that when we file off the excess, it stays set. All right, so this is something that you will not be doing with the drill press. It will have to be at your desk with your flex shaft. My flex shaft's probably going to get in the way of the video, so I'm going to do one and then talk about it so you can tell. Basically, what I'm going to do is go down and then kind of rotate around like this to carve out a seat. All right, can you see the difference there? Between the two, you see how this one has a little halo around it? And you look and make sure it looks even. There we go. It didn't look even. Okay, now I'm gonna do this one. Notice I'm not using very high rotations, RPMs. I'm keeping it pretty low and controlled. So I start in the middle and then rotate, shallow rotation. And then I check to see if it's even. It doesn't, it looks like it's missing some here. So let me just kind of hit right there again. And that looks even. Now I'm going to do it on the other side as well, because I want the other side to be hidden too. If you only want one side to be hidden, you can choose to just do it on one side. Also, as you may have noticed, my riveting material is copper, like this. However, my top piece is brass. So what that means is that the rivets are actually not going to be hidden on the top, because you're going to be able to tell where the brass meets the copper. However, they will be even with the surface. So it's a good way to make kind of an inlaid circular design if you want to. This portion of things is the same as it was before. Once again, I'm going to use the chasing hammer once and the riveting hammer once, just to show you that they both work. Okay, so in the top, this is the chasing hammer one. So go down in the middle and then kind of around the edges. I'm just taking my time. I'm not going crazy. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. All right, so when you're doing hidden rivets, you might need a little extra material. This rivet that I have left looks pretty long actually, so I think this one might actually be more successful. Okay, same song, like fourth verse at this point. But now I've switched back to the riveting hammer. I am raising this up just so that the force of the hammer goes onto the wire. Even though I'm hammering light, I'm still letting the hammer do the work. My hand looks like this. It does not look like this. I'm still throwing it down and letting the weight of the hammerhead do the work. Now, I've done the setting. Now I'm going to file off the excess. The only reason this works is because we have cut a seat. So even though we're going to now file across the top, there is a slanted surface underneath there that is still going to hold material. Otherwise, it would not work. I'm actually going to remove my block here. I don't want to file my block on accident. Now I'm just going to sand to get some of the glare off. So on this side, you can see that this one is nice and flush. It does still have a little bit of a halo here, and if I continued filing, that would go away. Over here, I got lazy with the sandpaper. But it's the same thing over here. On the copper side, this one I did not have enough material, and it's got a pretty big halo around it. You can totally see it. It's functional, but it doesn't disappear. This one, you can see a little halo here, where I didn't quite fill in my seat, but the rest of it, for all intents and purposes, you can't see it. So if I had just set it a little bit further to one side, it would completely disappear.